Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. Apologies for the late start. We had a bit of a technical glitch, but it's all taken care of now, so we're good. Hi, welcome. Uh, we're here. We're going to play some D&D. But first, I need someone to roll me a D100. Dun dun dun.
I
I did
haven't
it
done it.
last time. So.
I haven't done it in a hot minute.
All right,
Yeah, you
go
do
for it, Tanner.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't do it now that I said that.
What'd you do?
50.
50, sure.
50. Not too great, not too bad. All right.
Completely average.
Right smack dab in the middle, one might say. And it is glorious. So,
Is it now?
welcome everyone. We're going to go around and do some introductions. We do not have Sarah with us this evening, who plays Olive, the half-orc druid. She's unavailable. So we will continue on without her this evening. But in the meantime, these four glorious people are five of my misfits, and they're going to play some D&D here. They're going to introduce themselves, their characters, and they're going to answer the question, who it would the... Oh, this is... I've got it in chat. Love the Pikachus. This is going to be easy for a couple of you. Who in the party would your character prioritize rescuing in dire circumstances?
There's a
Yeah.
hashtag for that.
Yeah, there is. So let's dive right in. Up here, over on my, well, it's my left, but it's my right, but it's the screen left. So over here, we're gonna Mike start talking.
Do it. Yeah, my name is Mike, and I'm Defect, and I'm a War Forged Barbarian, and my best friend is Grrrig, and of course I'm just going to say Grrrig, and that's my answer. Yeah, that was short and sweet and easy. Don't even have to think about it. Thank you for rolling that 50.
Good job, Tanner.
My pleasure. I'm glad I can make it easy for you two.
Well, it's always hard when I'm the first one most of the time to introduce myself, and I have to think about the question and what my answer would be. This one was just straight easy. Okay, thank you.
And hopping on down from Mike, we have Amber.
That's me. I'm Amber. I'm also Grrrig, the Goblin Artificer, and hashtag Greyfact. Defect,
Yes.
hands down. Though really, Defect doesn't usually need rescuing. Defect is so strong.
Yeah.
Cheerleader would like, cheer me on.
That's true. Always cheering. Never miss.
Yeah, Defect, you can save yourself.
Do it, Defect. You got this. Yeah.
Indeed. Next up, we have in the lower corner over this way. Nope. God, why can't I ever get it right? Over this way, we've got Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Nereus, the Azamar Sorcerer. Can I magically just put the fire out? Is that a thing?
The
Just
fire?
save everybody? Oh, I thought you said if we have to save them from a fire.
No,
if things were dire.
Dire.
Oh, if things were dire.
Dire circumstances.
But
A
that
fire
would all
could be dire.
constitute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be fire.
I fly and save myself.
Fair.
That's
I don't.
think that's a good answer.
Nereus has not attached to you guys that much yet.
Yeah.
Fair.
Fine. Not even spook.
I've got
Again,
it. A
he
fire
doesn't know
can be
you that
dire.
well.
Tried.
And then finally, last but not least up here, we got Matt.
Womp
So-
womp.
That wasn't a womp womp. That is your name. I didn't name you a one syllable with a glottal stop.
Matt who?
Matt who?
Matt who?
Matt me. Playing Spoot. Yeah, the Total Cleric. That's what I do. And this is tough for Spoot. To have to pick any one person to save. So that's not fair.
Well, I didn't say you could only save one. It's just who would you prioritize?
Okay. All right. Just thinking
Yeah,
about
look at
this completely critically, I think I would have to prioritize someone else with healing. So that would mean, an Olive or a Grrrig.
I get that.
Grrrig, because I've
Everybody's
known
favorite.
Grrrig longer, but like that's not, if we're really splitting hairs.
Very cool. And I am Jared. I play everyone who is not these 5 characters and everything else. We here at Nuuli Forged play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons in a homebrew setting that I made up in my brain, and these people are brave enough to play in, or lucky enough to play in if you want to go
Lucky,
that route and,
yeah.
and give me
Let's
an
say
ego boost. I appreciate that.
We're lucky that we're alive.
Yes, indeed.
Or
Great.
are you lucky that we want to play in your homebrew world?
That too. I'm very lucky. I admit it.
Bit of both.
I'm very lucky we all get to play together.
Hey, love.
Yay.
Okay, stop it.
I didn't say that. I said
No
love.
mushy stuff.
No mushy stuff. That's right.
Yeah.
Put it away.
So, all that being said and done, let's get into last time on Nuuli Forged. Our party met and paid Prank the Gnome for some information on the plans of this black-handed organization that they are following. He revealed that they have plans to enter the arena via a gate that he has paid to open late that he has been paid to open late in the night after the champion is expected to make his 150th consecutive win, taking advantage of the celebrations and revelry to steal something. Prank does not know or care what the thieves are after. Nereus also found his missing friend Logan Clearheart, who had taken up hiding at the Polished Mug after they were attacked the last time Nereus was in town here. Nereus encouraged him to go to the Black Pearl and meet up with Peril Lightborn, as he had been asking after the missing halfling. And the party left the Polished Mug, with Nereus making a slight verbal jab at some folks he believed to be members of the Black-Handed group. And then they went off to the main market, and there Nereus and Defect, still in his bulky Adis disguise, made arrangements with a half-orc named Cressa to get Defect into the 5th match of the competition on the day of the champion's victory. Meanwhile, Olive, Spoot, and Grrrig found a small group of street preachers proselytizing to a crowd of onlookers about how the gods no longer cared for Nuuli, and neither should the people care for the gods, and encourage people to abandon their active worship of them. The individual's leaders, a masked man named True, entered a bit of a verbal sparring match with Spoot. And though Spoot made some good points and countered a few arguments, it's hard to say who influenced the crowd most. Returning to the Black Pearl, the party slept and awoke the next morning, but Grrrig was nowhere to be found at breakfast.
And that's weird. 'Cause
Finally.
Grrrig doesn't skip breakfast.
Yeah, indeed.
Nope, not normally. Well, I mean, unless they're really into a project.
Fair.
So Grrrig.
So, Jared.
Yes. As you entered the Polished Mug, your mind races, and you can feel that slip of paper in your pocket weighing on you like a stone. You try to figure out how it got there. You didn't feel anyone drop it in your robe pocket. But you know the source. You know he has resources. Only one person ever called you kid. There can be no doubt about it. And your mind is racing. You're a little bit silent as you reflexively hide behind the disguised Defect as your group sits down at a table. You absent-mindedly order a drink. You drink it all in silence. A gnome sits with your group. He and Nereus say something, but you're too busy remembering, trying to figure out a way to do what needs to be done here and get out unmolested. Without having to see him. Pardon me. Nereus calls your names a couple times. until it breaks you out of your thoughts, and he asks for the money bag to pay off the gnome to get information about those black-handed people who took the bow from the Embering Elms. You toss it to him and sink back into your thoughts. You stay there until Spoot mentions that he noticed another goblin slip silently from a table that had been watching your group and leave out the front door. Bells start going off in your head. It can only really mean one thing. Soon after, your group leaves. You take the money purse back. You follow the group to the main market where Nearest and Defect split off to see about getting him into the games. You stick with Olive and Spoot as they wander over to talk to some people about gods. You hear vaguely Spoot getting into an argument, and you feel the crush of the crowd. You start looking around. All sorts of people are surrounding you. Most of them have weapons of some kind, but none appear to be threatening at the moment. But more than that, you know who and what you're looking for. You don't see anyone, but you know that they're out there. Nereus and Defect return as the god talk dies down, asking for more money to bribe a woman to get Defect into the fighting pit. You know it's part of the plan, and you begrudgingly hand it over. The day has been long and busy, and you finish up shopping for various spell components that Spoot requires. More money, but it's to help keep the party alive, and Spoot is useful like that. You return to the Black Pearl, eat your dinner, and go to turn in. As you head back to the room after using the privy, Pastel, the halfling bartender, catches your attention. They say that they have something for you, and hand over a sealed, rolled-up piece of parchment, like a scroll. Leaving you alone, they leave, and you tear open the scroll. Come home, kid. Lots to talk about. Dawn. Leave your friends, or bad stuff might happen. It is Winton. You know that you're going to have to deal with it. And it's coming to a head. You have to go. You just know that you and probably your entire group is being watched, and he wants to talk. In the pre-dawn light, you awaken, and you know where to go. And it's up to you what you do. You probably have about 25 minutes until dawn breaks. And it's going to take you a good 15 minutes to get where you need to go.
Hopefully you got the nat one out now instead of later.
No, I know, right? So the dice was deciding whether I was going to go to this meeting or just disappear. I'm gonna go to the meeting.
Okay.
Wherever it is, and I hate to do this, but the oven is beeping, and I need to turn it off before the world burns. But
Okay.
I can still hear you, so I'll be right back.
All right. Cool.
Keep talking.
We see in camera mode as Grrrig stealthily moves out of their bed, carefully avoiding Defect's gaze, as they know that Defect can be aware of what he is seeing when he is in rest mode. And they silently slip out of the room, down the hallway of the upstairs of the Black Pearl, silently creep open a window, and shimmy on down the side of the building. We see Grrrig bouncing between shadows, avoiding anyone who may actually be out in this time of day. And we watch as Grrrig comes to an alleyway that is mostly blocked off, except for a small break in like a little clapboard fence that is hidden behind a trash can or a broken barrel, and they duck right in. Down the alley, they open up a sewer grate, clamber down. following a well-known series of paths and footsteps, avoiding whatever traps that Grrrig may know about. You come to the start of a bunch of underground ruins that are like caved in and are part of the whatever civilization once stood here. The rock is solid and crushed around you. There's dirt everywhere. And you scamper on down shoddily, hastily constructed ladders, knowing which rungs to avoid. As you look up and you see the solid wood panel or solid metal panel that is right above the ladder. You know what it does. You keep going. You start passing a hallway with tiny little like crawl spaces and crawl holes, and you take a couple of them, and within 30 minutes you have made it to the central holding cavern, the main hub that is the domain of the Grubby Grabs and Boss Grask, your father. You know where he is. You know the direction to the throne chamber. And you can see there are goblins here milling about, a couple of bugbears, all kind of eyeing you as you enter. Nobody stops you, but they're all watching you.
Yep. Grrrig is doing their best. I'm invisible, but also, no, I'm tough. Like, alternating every step. Right?
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Just like, I'm not scared of you. Ooh, it's almost working. Maybe. 18.
Cool. With an 18, some of the like lower rung goblins, like the street level people, they seem to be kind of like put off. The bugbears are not too shoved off, and a lot of the more senior goblin members are still watching you, if maybe a little more warily than they had been before. It seems like they can tell that there is something grown about you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Into the chamber I go. Internally cringing and attempting to externally tough.
Yeah.
Hashtag what would defect do?
Bring my axe.
You enter the throne chamber of Boss Grask. It has boxes and rocks kind of strewn about. It's a fairly large encampment area, but you see on a throne a very large goblin, like easily like 5 feet tall, and just old and decrepit, but still wiry thin, but still like toned. A crown made of iron bits and bobs and metal that has been fashioned to look intimidating, but also serve as like protective battle gear. Daggers all over his body. Very deadly looking. With kind of a smirk on his face, a large bulbous nose, and kind of a reddy green hued skin tone. Standing next to him, you see another familiar figure. You see a almost equally tall goblin, but easily 3 to 4 feet broad, like just pure muscle. Where your father is lean and lithe, this figure is bulky, similarly to Defect, except miniaturized. You see that he has a casual hold on a big, bulky mace made out of some kind of spiked bone or something, and a shield slung over his back. A reddy skin tone not unlike your own. You recognize your brother, Shek.
Asshole.
As you enter. Well. Looks like the kid came home after all. Smart move.
What do you want? Father.
Mm-hmm. Good. At least you've kept your manners a little bit anyway. Seems
Left eye
like
twitching.
Seems like you left town and made a bit of a stink about it. And you left with some very expensive property. And not to bring it to me. No. You ran off with it on your own. And then those people, they get angry. So they put a big bounty on both your heads. And now here I am in a conundrum. My child has returned with the thing in its possession. And does it come to me? No. It stays out there wandering the streets. And my kid has a lot of money on their head. So, do I get my kid and the thing that I want? Or do I just get lots of gold? It's a conundrum, you see. What do you think I should get, Grrrig?
I think you should get a better idea.
I think that construct you stole from the arena would be very valuable to me. Maybe more so than the 1,000 gold that your bounties are each worth.
I think it also might cost you a lot more than you think.
I don't think so.
I mean, you haven't met him.
No?
He's got a big axe.
Yeah.
He's due to fight in the pits.
He always fought in the pits, and he always sucked.
Yeah, we've been practicing.
So you've made it better for yourself and not your dear old dad.
No, he made himself better for himself. But you don't really, care about that, do you?
Seems like you don't care about what happens to this organization. I built this for you kids. Isn't that right, Shek?
Yeah, Dad. Grrrig. You're just trouble.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Also,
Always making a mess. Always exploding things and never the right things.
yes. So
Oh, they have your number.
I know. But sometimes I explode the right things. Sure. That's fine. That used to be how it was. It's not how it is now.
You're gonna
Glad I
make the
left.
grubby grabs great now, huh?
No. That's your job.
Yeah, it is. Wait. No, you need to come back too. That's the rule.
I mean, you just said that I was really bad at everything, so I'm...
Well, if
Really
you
that I
got
left.
better, which you just said you did, then your family is where your allegiance and power should go.
I mean, that is arguable. I mean, it doesn't seem like I need to be making anything.
Did
great.
we not protect you from the streets of Winton? You got to live in your little hole, do your little experiments. We made sure nobody killed you. Isn't that right, Dad? It's true. We did do a lot for you. We raised you. We may not have always seen eye to eye, but we didn't kick you out. We didn't toss you in with the bears or the owl bears or into the gelatinous cube pits.
That's fair.
The gelatinous cube.
The gelatinous cube pits. Wow.
Oof.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
Doesn't it though? Listen, like let's be honest. Like you didn't do any of those things. I don't know why you didn't do any of those things, and I'm very grateful, but really I have nothing to offer you.
Oh, I think you do.
No, I don't. I don't have control over another creature. I don't have any skills that are really applicable to here, really. We just came and we're gonna leave, and we can leave it at that, and you can keep being great. You know that you're great. You don't need me to be great. You proved it.
Are you telling me that if we keep you here, your little group isn't going to come looking for you?
Oh, you don't want that. You really don't want that.
And if you stay here willingly, and if you tell your construct what to do, it's not going to do it?
Yeah, he probably won't, actually. He kind of has a brain. I know that doesn't always make sense to you, Shaq, but maybe it should to you, Dad.
Look, your brother's not the brightest bulb. Well, there's no bulbs here. Your brother's not the brightest bit of metal in the pile. I'll give you that one, kid. But he's loyal. He's strong. And he's cruel. And all three of those things get you ahead in this town.
That's why I left. I'm none of those things.
Your father just kind of stares at you with like a scoping glance, and I would like you to make a charisma check for me.
Yeah, that's gonna go really well.
Yeah, you can tell your father is like
Well,
eyeing you deep, and it's intimidating. He is a very large goblin and very powerful and strong. You know that like the power that he possesses is not just physical. He's got influence and reach all across Winton. And he just spends a few minutes just staring into you, and you can feel it kind of boring into your soul as you watch your brother kind of just like heft the little or fairly large bone mace that he's got.
You know, Dad, I think that Grrrig here just needs some convincing, like in the old days. Heh. Might you could be right, Shaq. What do you think, Grrrig? Do you need convincing?
I don't know that it will work.
The convincing? Or you getting your little friend down, or your big friend down here to work for us?
Well, I know one of those things won't work, and I doubt the other one will.
I guess we gotta try then, don't we?
Okay, if you really need to.
And your father brings his hands to his lips and whistles in a piercing tone. And immediately 25 or so goblins scurry out of the various hidey holes in the walls here. And another group comes in from behind you carrying what is a familiar looking chest. And you recognize it as it is the chest from your room here that you kept your first books, experiments, notes, creations, knickknacks in. And you watch as they place it before your father, and he opens it up and takes out what appears to be some early little construction that you made. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
2.
This is the first thing you made that actually worked. I would like you to tell me what it is.
Shit. It's a little, just like a little wobbly thing. It has like 2 little, they would almost be wheels if they were round, but they're like rounded, and it just happens to like roll awkwardly. That's it. It just can go forward. You have to like twist it up almost like a rubber band, and then it just goes gaduk, 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 gaduk.
I love it.
You see your father does the winding and puts it on the ground, and it goes didik, 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 and it just kind of rolls a little bit. And then you see your brother's spiked mace come down and smash it into tiny little pieces.
Oh, I definitely scream.
Your brother laughs.
You suck.
Your father kind of digs into something again and pulls out another object.
You know, Grrrig, this could all stop.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
19.
He's pulled out
That's
some.
not a save. That was just a check.
Oh.
Sorry. It would be the same. It's
Okay,
0
great.
modifier.
So a 19. This time he pulls out what appears to be a book. A book that you have not only read several times, you've memorized. What is the book?
It's
Toss glove.
it's not. It's gonna be Griggly Bop's treatise on wire forms.
Okay. So you see this book in your father's hands, and you know what's coming next if you don't play ball here.
I just hang my head down, take a deep sigh, cross my arms.
He hands the book over to your brother, who gleefully takes it, rifles through a few pages, and then rips the book into half along the spine. And kind of confettis the book.
I mean, Grrrig, you've got a lot of stuff in this box. You are always a bit of a pack rat. I could keep going all day.
Yep. But the thing is that I left it, so I am bigger now, I'm older now, and you can't bully me the same way. Also, you really don't want my friends to come here. You really don't. That's like my favor to you. Like, you don't want to be dead. You don't want the mess. We leave a mess when we do things. Please, can we just not do the things with the badness?
Do your friends know the way here?
No. But they're not all stupid. We got rid of the stupid human.
No, that's generally a good idea.
Got rid of the one who could find you.
I know. Grrrig will forever think of him as a stupid human. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, they're friends now. Still a stupid human.
right, but the one who would literally track you down
Yeah,
without
Yeah, God.
batting an eye.
that's fine. Besides, joke's on you. I already memorized that book, so there.
That's okay. There's a lot of stuff in here. And he reaches in to rifle through and take out another of your precious, cherished memories. And with that, we're going to cut over to the Black Pearl, where we find the rest of the group engaged, just sitting down to breakfast, and all of them noticing there is no Grrrig.
Oh.
Yeah,
Defect,
Defect
where's
stands
Grrrig?
up. Grig's gone. This is not like Grig.
Wait, but seriously, can I have, like, since I was not here last time, can I have, like, left my bag of holding and, like, my money and, like, only...
Yeah, what you took is up to you.
Okay, great.
Like,
So, like,
you
stuff
knew
is
what you were
still there.
getting into, so.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. And I would say, Defect, you noticed the left surreptitiously on the bed was the money bag and the bag of holding.
Right. Okay.
What? Gone? Like, you sure?
Doesn't seem like Grig to just leave without telling me or any of you guys.
This is not
You
good.
and Grrrig do seem a bit close.
We've seen some shit together, as the kids would say.
That's a fair point, especially from the stories that I've heard of you recently. Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
suppose there's one way in this city to get information. Is the captain in the area?
Yeah,
Wait one
she's
second.
yep.
Before Nereus jumps up, I mean, I could always just send a message to Grrrig and check in and see if they're okay.
Oh, that's true.
Let me try that. Defect, is there anything you want to say specifically?
Tell Grig, they need me charging in to kick ass and chew candy, but I don't have candy, so just be kicking ass.
I'm gonna shorten it just a little bit, but I think they'll get the point. And so Spoot will send a message to Grrrig saying, "Grrrig, are you okay? We can help if you need it. Defect will come charging to your rescue."
For sending, do I speak it out loud or is it in my head?
It's in your head, I believe, right? It's just
It would be hilarious if it was out loud, though.
I believe it is a telepathic message by nature of the spell, right?
Oh, it says right here, you got to say it out loud in front of everybody. It's right here.
Oh,
Player's
well,
Handbook, page
it's the Spoot
274.
variant, I guess. So,
Just kidding. No, it's all in here.
Great. So the message that you get back is, everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Inside?
25 words.
25. Right. It's fine. Everything is fine.
I don't think I need a but insight check.
yeah, you can make an insight check, absolutely.
Where is that pesky? There it is.
Assuming that this is like while I'm watching my stuff get destroyed.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
you hear this message in your head immediately after another treasured item is smashed to pieces by your brother.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. We're fine. It's all fine.
You just keep going even though you're out of words.
Spoot, what you get?
A 20.
Great. So with a 20, you can tell a couple of things. One, you're not sure Grrrig actually paid attention to your message as much as they are reciting a mantra in their head. Like, everything's fine, it's okay, everything's fine, everything's okay. It is tense, full of not only like frustration, but maybe fear and annoyance and a weird sort of sensation you don't normally get from Grrrig. One of like resentful, meek subservience, maybe, or something like that. Like they are extremely occupied and not happy about it, but they're doing it anyway.
Spook would look at Defect and go, Grrrig is alive, but definitely not okay. They didn't say anything except, I'm okay, in a manner that was not very believable. And they sounded a bit scared. Defect, what in this city would scare Grrrig?
Grigg's clan, the other goblins. That's what Grrrig was worried about coming back to Witten.
Oh no. Do you
Yes,
know
we're
where
both
they
goblins.
are?
I don't know. Would Jared, would either my history of having lived in this place a while garner me that information? Do I know where the goblins are?
You would
Or
know,
on the other hand,
you would know what you would know, Defect, is that there are goblins that are part of some kind of syndicate, that are like thieves and whatever, but nobody knows where their base is.
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, and I don't think it's. I don't know if Greg would have told me either. I don't know if that's.
I feel like we had like 5 seconds. Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
telling you while we were walking around?
Yeah, just to be like, oh, this is my background, my past. They live over there. Point off to it's like some random direction.
think down.
And- yeah.
Well, since
would
it
know-
Over there and down.
since it didn't happen,
Yeah.
Since it didn't happen, yeah. Because I know Amber and I have discussed that. We shared as much as we. Well, I shared as much as I could about my background, and Greg, probably glossed over their background. But I don't think it would pertain to location. So,
Okay.
I mean, I imagine you would know the name, that it's family, and it's, like you know that much. You know the context, but yeah, I definitely would have talked about it. And then you go 5 steps this direction, down the alley. Yeah.
Close
Yeah.
your eyes, step backwards, take a deep breath, jump twice.
Yeah. Avoid rung number 2, 5, and 6.
Or was it 7?
it's been so long. All right. Well, the Defect is getting worried.
Have you responded to Spoot with what you know?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I would tell you guys at the table. All the pertaining information. So, like, Greg comes from a clan of goblins and not very nice people. But as far as location, I don't know.
So, Nereus, maybe this is a chance for you to use some of your charm. I don't know if you can get any information on where a clan of goblins might be hiding in the city.
Charm? What charm?
He just winks. I want to try something, Defect. Can you come with me back to my room?
So, are you guys gonna go do a thing, and then I'm gonna do a thing, and then we're gonna meet back here?
Well, I'm not going far, but I will need some time to do this. I need to cast a spell, but I want to do it with some privacy.
Okay, well, can I have the money bag? And I'll go talk to the good old captain.
I don't think Grrrig. Well, desperate times, I guess. Spook will hand over. I don't know how much money I could possibly give. Is it all of it? Is it the entire bag of holding?
Yeah, Grrrig left the entire bag, and Defect brought it down with him.
Defect, is it possible to take out just some of the money so we don't lose it all in case something goes wrong?
I'm gonna lose it all.
Sure.
I don't necessarily mean you. I just mean at this point, it's probably become obvious that we are carrying a bit of cash on us.
I'm not there.
I just hear Grrigg's voice in my head.
So do you hand over the money bag to Nereus, or what's your plan?
How much money do I have? Not much. Got 49 gold. Don't know if that'll get you far, but I can give you this unless you want to take some money. I don't know how the bag of holding works, if I'm being honest. I don't think I've ever taken.
Just give me the bag. Nearest just takes the bag. Go do your thing.
Okay. All right. So I would like to take Defect back to my room, his room. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you two head on upstairs. Meanwhile, Olive stays at the table and looks very concerned about Grrigg's absence, and looks between the two groups and elects to go with Spoot and Defect.
I was about to say, is she about to sit there and do thoughts and prayers?
Nereus, you see the captain, Sparkiato. She is here. She is sitting at a table, digging into a cup of coffee.
Captain, good morning.
Good morning, lovey. How are you today, Nereus? Bright-eyed and shiny, I see.
Always. It's the magic touch.
Oh, I'm sure it is, lovey. What can I do to make your stay more pleasurable?
It would be more pleasurable if all of my compatriots were here. One of them has stepped out this morning, and the cleric over there messaged them and seemed rather concerned with the message they got back, and is concerned that they're in a bit of a rut. Could you possibly just help give a little information?
Of course, lovey.
I know your memory is probably a little foggy this morning.
I mean, it is very early in the day, but that's all right. Now, you see, my darling, what I happen to know is that your friend has a bit of a... I'm assuming this is your goblin friend, is that right?
Your intuition is prime.
Thank you, lovey. Anyway, your friend is quite well sought after in some circles, my dear. And some of those circles are business-oriented, and some of them are familial, if you take my meaning.
If it's anything like home, I probably can grasp it.
Oh, I don't think it's quite like home. Lawrenceman is a bit more, how shall we say, civilized than Winton here.
I've also gathered that a little bit. Do you by any chance know where we can just go and check on our friend?
Well, that's the trick, lovey. Nobody really knows where they... Assuming your friend went to where their family is. Nobody really knows where that is, you see, except other members of the group. However, I might know some people in that organization that could help you out, lovey.
Well, I'm sure everybody involved would greatly appreciate it.
course they would. How greatly do you think that would be?
Yeah, we'd love a chance to meet their family.
Isn't it nice when friends get to meet the families of their friends? It's so nice.
Oh, it's always a great party.
Indeed, lovey, indeed.
Now, how would one go about all of this?
Well, I'd have to make room in my schedule to set up an appointment and a meeting with certain individuals. Of course, I suppose I could be convinced to expedite procedures a bit. If I had a way of covering some expenses that I would lose in the meantime.
Mhm.
Providing all that works, I could say have a representative here within 10 minutes.
And, what would the cost run of this?
Well, considering that I do consider you a friend, we'll take it at cost for a bit of my time here this morning. And even 10 gold as a friendly donation and gesture. We'll get you everything you absolutely need, lovey. Although I cannot guarantee what this individual and representative of the group might do with any information they have or acquire in your meeting. But I can say that as long as you are under the protection of the Black Pearl, you and your companions are safe within these walls, lovey.
That's good that we will be safe. I'm concerned about, our friend. I'd be more concerned for anybody who might try to, do them harm. More so concerned for, defects going in and, yeah.
My dear, if your friend has gone where I think they have, then you should be very worried indeed.
Well, it's a good. Maybe I should get another cup of coffee this morning just to get the juices flowing.
Couldn't hurt.
No. I'll hand them over the 10 gold.
Cool.
I'll take out. Amber, do you want me to get rid of this silver?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna do I'll do 5 gold and then hand over a bunch of silver.
Okay.
What
Five.
is a bunch of silver?
I think it's
50.
yeah, 50 silver.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to math is hard.
It is.
I was doing a lot of it today.
That's what I have left.
So you count this all out,
Okay.
and as soon as you start counting out coins, Balthazar appears and does a quick tally and shuffles it into his own little coin purse and nods, and Spark drinks her coffee and stands up and kind of straightens her morning attire, which is slightly more conservative in that it's just an open frilly blouse and a little bit of a overcoat.
Does it have a lace collar?
It does.
That's great.
Yep. If you'll excuse me, Levy, I have a bit of a job to do. You just stay right here for about 10 minutes, okay, Levy?
I greatly appreciate it.
Of course. It's very important to help out one's friends, is it not?
Right. I'm just gonna go get some coffee and freshen up.
Of course, Levy. And she kind of pats your cheek and walks away into her back office. Meanwhile, upstairs... Yep.
As after that happens, I'm just gonna start kind of going towards. As I walk past Pastel, I'm gonna be like, "Coffee, please," and then go to Defect and Spoot, the room they're at. Just knock on the door. Just be like, "About 10 minutes, guys."
Cool.
That's funny. That's exactly
meanwhile,
what I need.
Meanwhile, as Nearest is having his conversation downstairs, Spoot and Defect, what are you up to in the room?
Okay, so what I want to try is a new spell that should allow me to see where Grrrig is at this moment.
Are you gonna
And I-
scry?
Yes? Who said that? And I am going to read this right now because it's my first time using it, but
Mhm.
what I am reading for is is it only I can see what it is, or is it something that Defect can see? And if it's something only I can see, then I will try to describe its.
It is only you.
I thought so. So I will say that to Defect, like, I'm only going to be able to see this, and I will do my best to describe it, the location to you, if that helps at all. And if nothing else, we can see what sort of trouble Grrrig is in. My other question is,
Mhm.
so you can the recipient can willingly fail the save.
Yeah.
But how do they know what I'm doing without me telling them?
They don't.
They don't. All right, well, this is going to be risky then. I think I'm going to have to send a message to Grrrig to tell them to allow me to cast a spell on them.
Okay. What do you send?
Basically that. Oh gosh, I'm burning through some spells, but I can't risk losing a 5th level.
You can use your channel divinity, remember, to get back 2 spell slots under 3rd level or lower per short rest.
Is it 3rd level? Okay.
Yep.
Good. For some reason I thought it was lower. So I'll say, Grrrig, I need to know where you are, and I'm going to cast a spell on you. I need you to allow me to do so, please.
Grrrig, you hear that message in your head.
Honestly, no, we're good. Everything's fine. It's fine. What do you mean? It's fine.
Smash.
All right. Here's hoping that my wisdom is greater than Grrigg's today.
Okay.
I hope it is all the time.
All right. So you're casting the ritual version of this?
It is not a ritual.
Oh, it's not a ritual. It just takes 10 minutes.
Takes 10 minutes. Yep.
All right.
Or does it last 10 minutes?
It does. It's both.
Oh.
Correct. It is concentration up to 10 minutes, so don't knock on my door until 10 minutes have passed.
So you spend 10 minutes casting this spell. What does it look like when you cast scrying?
So from the description of what scrying
it does
would look
require
like,
you to the orb that you have. So
correct. Maybe from the orb, just like a faint green light like emanates a bit, and then because I need to stick with the tortoise shell theme in some way, perhaps like my presence just has a little, like, it seems like I'm glowing just a little bit. Like maybe my shell has just a little bit of a glow to it that matches the orb that I'm holding.
Yeah. So Defect, you watch as Spoot spends 10 minutes casting the spell and begins to glow a little bit off of his shell, matching the orb in his claws. Grrrig, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
There is a little chart here for how that save goes.
Okay, great.
Not that I need it, but apparently I would get a +5 if I...
Well, they have a -5 to their save.
They have a -5, that's right.
Yeah. It's a fail regardless. So, Spoot, you see Grrrig standing whole, unharmed, in a cave, or something like a cave. There's a stony floor, like maybe cobblestone or something, but it's dingy and it's dark. But with your goggles, you can see, and it creates kind of and there is like some flickering light somewhere. You can't really see too much of the area around Grrrig, but you can see them. And they are standing defiantly with a kind of weird expression on their face that is part scowl, part defiance, part wanting to cry and rage, part obstinate child. It is. Their face is all scrunched up. Their arms are crossed. And that is what you see.
Okay, I'm going to do my best to describe all of that to Defect and as much of the location as I could see. And when it's finished, I will say, I realize this is not much to go on. And I don't think I just was able to determine any real distinguishing features about this place. But Grrrig is still unharmed. I don't know for how much longer that may be true.
Defect will put out a hand and, place it on Spoot's shoulder and like, but you tried, and Grrig's still alive. So there's still time.
And there's a knock on the door, and you hear Nereus say, "About 10 minutes, guys."
I open the door. 10 minutes for what?
Nereus, Defect opens the door as you knock on it.
Oh. You guys about ready?
Ready for what? You found it?
There's Captain's working on getting a representative of Grrig's family to come to the tavern. It should be here in about 10 minutes.
Oh, well, that is interesting.
She's getting them here. It only cost me 10 gold. It cost guys 10 gold. However, she's getting them here. There's no guarantee what will come of said meeting.
I have a feeling Grrrig is going to be keeping records of this.
Oh, I assumed they were the banker.
Yeah. I don't know what their interest rate is. Either way, okay, well, I don't know. Hopefully
Probably
this...
bad.
Probably real bad for you. Okay, well, let's see what happens. This could be interesting.
Cool.
Best freshen up. I'm gonna go get my coffee.
I think I need a few moments of meditation, Defect. You can stay if you'd like. I'm just going to be very quiet.
Defect will take out his sharpening rocks and just start sharpening his axe.
Sure.
You should do that.
It doesn't bother you, right, Spoot?
Shing, shing.
I think
The
Spoot
irony,
at
of course, is it's a magic weapon and never needs to be sharpened. So.
Yeah, but it calms me down, all right?
That's the only part that drives Spoot crazy. He's like...
Okay, so Spoot's going to meditate. Defect's going to sharpen his axe. Nereus, about 10 minutes goes by. You're back downstairs, sipping your coffee. And Classy Nick, the rotund tiefling bouncer guy, walks in with a small form, obviously a goblin, kind of a browny red skin tone, and kind of wispy hair that's been like pulled back and braided, so it's like a little rat tail down the back, and fairly well made clothes actually, and kind of nods in your direction, and this goblin figure joins you at your table. I've been told that you have some questions. I've been invited here to this lovely establishment, that you might have some business with my family?
Particular family member.
Hmm?
I'm sure you're acquainted with the one who just came back to town.
Well, of course.
Yeah, we'd like to speak with them.
That's good.
Can you take us to go see them?
Nope.
Why not?
Because then you'd know where they are.
So you
Why-
won't tell me where they are.
Nope, not at the moment. I can't. That's the rule.
You can't tell us anything about the location?
You're
Is
still
it-
upstairs meditating, I thought.
Oh, okay. I thought he would get us whenever.
I
Well,
didn't know
if-
how
yeah.
long your meditating took.
Oh, I just meant like until the person arrived. But that's fine. If you haven't, Spook will like awkwardly come down the stairs late, obviously.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah,
saunter down and
good.
see Nereus talking to this goblin.
Same with defect. Following suit.
Let me check my spells. Hold on.
I would like to. Well, I
Oh.
just joined the party, so I guess I should wait to hear what has occurred.
No, if you had only wanted to, I thought you might have been taking like a short rest. But if you only wanted to spend a couple minutes meditating, you could have been at the table this whole time.
Copy that. Yeah, that was all it was. Not a short rest yet.
Okay,
I could
So-
do one thing, but that would be such a.
so then yeah, you hear all of this.
Sorry, are we on in a private table or?
You're just
Still
at a table in the on the bottom floor here.
I'm sorry. This place is a secret. Is that why you can't tell us where it is, or what it looks like, or anything
Sec-
about it?
A secret headquarters wouldn't be much use if people knew where it was, would it?
No, that's interesting.
Here's a fair point there. What would it take for us to see our friend?
Mm. Well,
Think
that
long
that
and
depends.
hard.
That depends, really,
Depends on what.
on what they do.
Why does it matter what they do? They're an adult. They can make their own choices.
Tell me you're not that naive in Winton.
A great laugh.
That was a pretty great laugh.
It was. May I try something whilst Adis is speaking?
Who's Adis?
Nereus.
It's not just me,
It's
goddammit.
gonna happen once. Yeah, it's gonna happen once every week at least.
Defect is not Adis right now.
Nearly, why are you being quiet?
Damn it, Carolee.
What do you want to do, Spook?
Give our friend a massage. Wink, wink. I'm just kidding. I've never tried this before, but why? I mean, I would like to attempt this. I think while Nereus is talking, but I would like to use the channel divinity to try to read the thoughts of this creature.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
During this conversation, he's thinking like, you get the surface thoughts for free, so there's no. He's pretty much just thinking like, these fools aren't gonna. I'm not gonna tell these people anything. Like, there's no way they're getting back to the base. Like,
Where's the base? Say it. Say the address.
You can attempt to dive deeper.
I'm gonna dive deeper.
I see an
God.
address.
Okay, so they get a wisdom saving throw, right?
DC 17, correct. And that is what cost my divinity, right? Is that the diving deeper cost a use of channel divinity?
No, it's the whole
no.
thing.
The whole spell is a concentration that you just do. It has two parts. One is where you get the surface thoughts, and then you can dive deeper, where they get a wisdom saving throw against.
And part of the dive deeper is if they fail, you get an added free suggestion.
That's right. Okay, so I spent it already just getting surface thoughts, and
Yes.
then
Yeah,
They
it
don't
doesn't
have to-
cost
it's
you
like-
another use. It's just a.
It's like it's a three-parter.
gotcha. This ought to be fun.
Well, it's a good thing I have a contingency plan.
Cool.
Is it me?
So
It's me.
they make a wisdom, or he makes a wisdom saving throw. Okay. This individual is very much sure of himself, and with that self-confidence comes a chink in the armor, and you are able to delve into this creature's thoughts.
Now be careful because now he knows.
No, he failed the save.
No, when you fail to save, you know someone's probing, don't you? Or is it if you
Only
pass the
with
save?
the
No,
spell.
No,
This
it's
is
with
where
you past.
Yeah.
spell.
Oh, okay.
This is where it does seem to also slightly different, the wording in this versus the actual spell too. Only so slightly.
Oh, what does your wording say?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say anything about whether they know if they fail. Let me go back and read it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure like they know if you did something, but I can't remember if it's they pass or because I know like charm person, they know you did something after it wears off, or if they fail. I know.
Yeah. So it will
Here, let
know
me-
someone is probing its mind, but it won't necessarily know you.
So that is what, if I've copied it correctly, that is what it says for the Channel Divinity Rethoughts, unless I've got something wrong. I just throw it up in the thing.
Oh, okay, cool. So you don't actually cast detect thoughts, you just get to read its thoughts. So you don't dive deeper on it. Okay, so it's not the spell detect thoughts, it's a different ability. Gotcha.
Right, it's similar but different.
Yeah, so you can so you get a free casting of suggestion with this if you want.
Yes, okay.
And it'll fail the saving throw, so automatically as per your thing.
Copy that. Yeah, I'm glad I caught you before you tell me something I shouldn't know, even though that was exciting. Okay, great. Let me go back and read suggestion real quick so I don't screw this up, but I think I know what I want to say.
You can just pretty much give it some short suggestion to follow, and it lasts for 8 hours.
Right. Does the wording have to... Well, I guess... Anyway.
It's a sentence or two, so...
You should tell us where our friend Grrrig is right now.
Sure.
Exactly where they are.
They're home.
Exactly where they are. Yeah.
Yeah, their eyes kind of gloss over and they look at you. Yeah, they're home with their dad and probably having conversation with the family, you know. Back home in the old headquarters of the Grubby Grabs. That's where they are.
Okie dokie.
Wait, the headquarters of the what? The Grubby Grubs?
The Grubby Grabs.
Grubby Crabs. Okay.
Are you telling me you didn't know that your companion is like one of the scions of the Grubby Grabs?
They don't necessarily make it their life to go around saying that, nor is it my business.
Well, that's why they never really quite fit in, I think.
Right, so if they don't fit in, then they should leave, no?
No, they should try harder to fit in.
I don't think you understand how the world works.
I think you don't understand how Winton works.
Well, Winton is a smaller part of the world. So, I very much think it is in your best interest to tell us where they are, or things might get a little dangerous.
Make an intimidation check.
And I'm going to kind of like motion towards Defect.
Yeah,
Defect will say, I know how Winton works. It's about money, and it's about violence. And I'll kind of like lean a little bit closer to this guy.
Okay, make an intimidation check with advantage, Nereus.
Yes.
I'm going to use a sorcery point to reroll this.
Yes, please.
Okay. You don't get to reroll at advantage, so it's just
That's
one reroll.
fine.
Okay.
Nope, that's even worse.
That's the same.
No, it's
It's the same.
11.
it's an 11.
Yeah.
They match your gaze, and he looks at you. You can't intimidate me. I mean, I live in Winton. You people are like milk toast here.
Can Milk Toast do this? and I'm just gonna wink at him. Subtle spell, telekinesis. And he's
Oh,
going to need to make a DC 18 strength saving throw.
he is
Ooh,
not a
okay.
strong goblin. He rolls a natural 1.
So he is going to... Where's the closest wall?
About 10 feet away.
So he is going to fly into that wall and up close to the ceiling.
All
And
right.
then I'm just going to kind of stroll right up to him.
Yeah, so you see this goblin and kind of scrape up the side as Nereus approaches it. And we're going to cut there for a quick 5-minute bio break, everybody. And we'll come back to see what's going on after this revelation.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
It's going to be crazy and cool. We will be right back in 5 minutes, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Just a quick short rest. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thank you for sticking with us. We left off with Nereus telekinetically pinning this little goblin member of this grubby Granks to the wall. But we're going to quickly cut back in with Grrrig. Grrrig, your father and brother have been, horribly enough, smashing treasured mementos of your childhood. These things were the only things that you really had that gave you that, like, internal pleasure, like when you're a kid. And not only are they destroying it, but they're doing it in front of the entire gang, or at least the gang members that are here, because there are there's hundreds of grubby gangs, of grubby grabs. So it is snickering and laughing, all at your expense. And each time your father just looks at you and says, "You want to rethink your answer?"
Grrrig is gradually just like shrunk, but still. No, you really.
Eventually, we're going to run out of stuff to break, Grrrig, and then we'll have to get more inventive, kid. And I don't really want that.
No, and Spec's not very good at it either.
Hey! I'm plenty good!
And he just grabs some random thing and throws it up in the air and smashes one of your treasures.
I need to impose on it myself a wisdom check.
Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah. 13. Okay. Grrrig is white knuckling on their lovely wrench that does fire, or no, the tiny jeweler's hammer that does firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
But still staring at the ground, shrunken. Like, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you hear your brother's laugh is echoey and loud because that's who your brother is. Your father hasn't laughed at any of this. You know your father. Your father is making a point. He's the one in charge. You listen to him or there are consequences. And you've never pushed him this far before. You've always given in.
Been hanging out with a barbarian too long.
Yeah. Good for you. But you also know he is very dangerous when he gets upset and when he doesn't get what he wants. You know people who have disappeared from the gang for failing. You know people who have been found in different places because their body parts have been disconnected. Your father is not brutal. Your father is cruel and deadly and efficient. And he doesn't shy away from whatever tactics are necessary. But with you, he's always been, like, emotionally and mentally abusive. Never physical. But you can see... Make an insight check for me.
7.
It is not hard for you to tell that your father's patience is wearing thin. And meanwhile, we're going to cut back to the Black Pearl, where a goblin has just been up a wall, and Nereus strolls on over while Classy Nick comes in and Pastel leaps over the bar. Hey, none of that.
Yeah. Let him down.
Okay. Oh, I think you left your dignity down there too. And he's just gonna slam into the floor.
He gets up and just glares at you. Well.
No, I didn't let him up.
Oh, so you're keeping him on the ground.
Yeah, he's pinned.
Cool. Okay.
But there's no vocal or somatic parts of the spell this whole time I'm concentrating because I use subtle.
Yeah. Classy Nick goes over there and like attempts to help him up. And as soon as he can't, he looks over at you.
Stop it. Everyone in the Black Pearl is under its protections. Let him go or you forfeit it. Orders of the captain.
Can I take him outside?
He can go outside. What you do outside ain't my business. But you let him go now.
Okay. But I'd like to see him outside if that's alright.
So you release him?
For now.
Okay. Classy Nick helps him up and just kind of like glares over at you while the goblin kind of straightens himself out and says, I'll see myself out, and runs out the door.
I'm going after him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can I grab him before he does that?
No.
No, they're under the protections. I'm on his heels.
Yeah.
Same. I'm following them.
Yeah, they duck across the street under a stall. You can chase after them.
This, like, on his heels, the second he crosses the door threshold, telekinesis.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Like, as soon as he's outside of the protections.
Cool. So he gets another strength save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. He's not strong. What's your DC?
18.
Oh, he rolled a 19.
Okay.
Son of a-
Well, he has an extra 6 seconds.
Yeah, he runs through the crowd. What's the range on telekinesis?
60 feet.
He runs.
And I have 60 feet of movement.
He runs 90 feet away from you. So you have one more chance to grab him because he's 60 feet away from you now. He's at the outer edge of your range.
All right, I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay. And 60 feet away from you, you reach out to try to grasp this little goblin, and he's looking like he's going to duck down an alley, and then he stops. Held with a natural 1.
Woo!
And he is going to lift 30 feet straight up into the air.
Ah!
For every 6 seconds it takes me to catch up.
Yeah. You fly him up there. He's very high in the air now, and people have gathered and are like, what's going on? What is this? And you hear the sound of armored individuals kind of rushing in your direction. You don't see any yet, but you have a feeling the tenant are on their way.
He's just gonna keep... I'm not, like, directly near him, and again, there's no vocal or somatic, so he's just gonna keep floating up.
Yeah, he's...
And up.
Yeah,
and up.
People are looking up, and a group of armored individuals shows up. What's going on? We heard screaming. And people just start pointing up. It's like, what are you doing up there? Get down, you're causing a scene. I can't get down.
So
That jerk with no shirt on is keeping me up.
And the guards start looking around for a jerk with no shirt on.
there's only good Samaritans here.
One of them immediately clocks you and is like, rolled an 18. Hey, you!
What?
What are you doing? You keeping him up there somehow? You got magic on your boy?
No, not that kind of magic.
Make a deception check.
$19?
Cool.
All right.
It's like, well, get out of here. You're causing a distraction. No, get out of here. Start clearing the crowd. No onlookers.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of
And
start.
you're all just kind of pushed around.
Yeah. Are they just gonna hang there while he's just hanging?
4 of them are like clearing the path, being like, "Go home, get out of here." While one is just kind of looking up. It seems to be the one in charge, just kind of scratching his head, not really knowing what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear the goblin shouting, "No, you let them go. It was the guy with the tattoos."
He's gonna go up a little bit further. Hey, Spook, can you send him a message? I think now would be a good time if we want to see if he wants to negotiate further.
Spook will send them a message and say, would you like to change your answers and maybe discuss this a little further?
Yeah, sure. Let me down. Just let me down without hurting me. I want to come down.
You should let him down gently. They'll talk.
Give a little drop, though.
This is gonna be fun.
Be careful.
Oh, of course. I'm going to release. But then I'm gonna catch him like 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Let's see if he's smart.
So he is.
Or wait, how high up is he right now?
What's the range?
Oh, 60 feet. But I don't know with Euclidean math. What are we?
So we're gonna say he's 60 feet in the air.
Okay.
So as he is 60 feet in the air, he would normally fall this entire distance in one round. Like, you fall like 250 feet around or something, or 500 feet around. So I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to try to catch him without hurting him. I'm going to say that this DC is equal to your spell saving throw.
Oh, fuck that. Okay, never mind. God damn it.
Because
all right.
you are like using your spell to do all this.
Fuck. That would be so fun, but no. My dex is not good enough to meet my own spell save. Is it possible?
Mm-hmm. What you got?
Because technically it's like all part of the same movement, or would it be like?
Well, so here's my question: Are you
I wanna snare him.
Are you lowering him quickly, or are you releasing him? Because they're two different things.
I want to lower him like very fast, and that like start
Okay.
off slow, and
Okay.
then just
If you're maintaining control, then none of this is required. I
okay.
thought
Like,
you
I wanna-
were
wanna, like-
literally releasing him.
Oh well, I was going to, but like the thing I'm trying to do is like you know that ride at like a theme park that just drops you and then saves you.
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to
That's
say that
essentially what I want to do.
Yeah. Just make a quick charisma check for me.
charisma check or saving throw?
Check. It's a DC 10.
Okay.
It's just like, and you can do Arcana if you wanted to.
It'd be the same.
Okay.
11.
Cool. Yeah, that's enough. You're able to manipulate your spell to like give that like free fall speed until the last moment, and then and set him down. The guards are immediately like on him, like, "All right, what's all this all about?" And the goblin like looks around and is like, "Nothing. Sorry. Bad flying fish for breakfast." And the guard kind of looks at him like,
That lie
What?
is terrible.
This is not a very high-ranking member of the clan.
Clearly.
"Look,
It's all we
what
got.
do you?" And the guard kind of talks to him, and the goblin's like, no, like, go on. Eventually, the tenants kind of wander off after the goblin kind of pushes them away, and the goblin, like, looks at you and just kind of, like, nods down an alleyway.
I just kind of motion my head towards everybody else, like, let's go.
Cool. So, without saying anything, the goblin just kind of leads you down a couple of alleys and gets to a dingy little shack of a building that's like mostly ruins that haven't been like refitted yet, and pushes aside a small like piece of debris. It just kind of and there's a little hole inside. It is very small, like you will all have to crawl and you will not be able to move quickly down it, but you can go down it. And he just kind of points. That's the way in.
Are you certain? Because I would hate for something to happen.
Look, I get it. You're gonna throw me in the air again. What a dick move. But hey, look, I came out of that hole. So, yeah, that's the way.
How about you lead us and make sure we go the right way?
I can't. If I show outsiders in, I get killed anyway.
I'm sure there's a way you can, split off when we get to a better point where we would be able to find our own way.
They're all watched.
Describe how we get to
Look,
it.
just go down. When you hear the sewer water, drop down 10 feet in the left-hand hole, and just go another like minute or so. Turn right at the aqueduct. Jump off the aqueduct. Catch the rope. Slide down it. It's all these kind of weird directions. But he gives them to you.
Now, insight check.
Inside check?
If you want to.
So you're the wisdom one. This is your job now.
I thought I was overusing
Yeah.
it. Guidance?
Was it?
Does he need guidance on directions?
I see to this guy's not bullshitting us.
What you get?
20?
Cool. On a 20 insight, he's definitely telling you directions. Like, he's being honest about that. You get the sense that some of the directions he's told you, they may not be the safest ones.
Interesting.
Like, some of the actions he describes, like jumping off the aqueduct and grabbing the rope, just seem like probably true, but perhaps dangerous in some way.
Spoot will just kind of calmly say, I'm not sure that sounds like a very safe passage.
Well, that's the
The
point. It's not supposed to be safe or easy.
The only way?
It's the way I know.
It's the way he's going to tell us, says Spoot to Nereus.
Well, I suppose it's the path we're going to take. Shall we?
Cool. So
I think so.
you all begin crawling down. For the sake of expediency, I would like each of you to make a survival check, all three of you.
Oh, fuck.
You're going to make 3 of these on your travels here. Cool. Defect, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
With a 4. Nereus, I need your survival check.
Yeah, they're rolling.
After
I
seeing
think-
Defect possibly screw this
Cool.
up, I think I'm going to offer him guidance in the next one.
Ooh, that last one, we're gonna re-roll that.
Cool.
That's even worse. Oh, wait, no, that's 1 point better.
Cool. So, the first one was a DC 10. Defect. You end up slipping and falling in sewage as you cross through the things. You take a few points of poison damage. You take 1 point of poison damage, and you are poisoned.
Are you immune to poison? Or are you resistant?
I have advantage against being poisoned, and I am immune against disease. I believe.
Okay.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, you just take the 1 point of poison damage, and you are currently poisoned for the next hour.
I just had to.
I need another round of survival checks. I already got one from Nereus.
Oh, I rolled all 3 of mine together. I got a 16,
Yep.
an 18, and 11.
Yep.
Another 4. I'm sorry. Guidance, you said, right, Matt?
Yes.
Have a,
I
I mean,
it's
not that
all-
would do much. I mean,
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
no, don't be this.
I mean these are about 20 minutes. These are about 10 to 20 minutes apart. So
Oh, it's 6. Defect.
Oh, so I
Yeah.
couldn't. This is not like we're going to get to a place where it looks like.
no, it's just kind of this entire area is dangerous. So
Gotcha. 13 on my second.
okay, Defect and Spoot. You come to a point where you get to this aqueduct and you have to jump down a rope. The problem is there's like 5 ropes. So you all kind of don't know which one to jump on. Defect, you go first, and you grab onto a rope. You jump and grab. You successfully grab the rope, and then you slide down the rope 60 feet because it's been greased.
Cringe.
And you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage from the greased fall down the line. So Spoot, you know not to take that rope. You jump on the next rope, and all of a sudden a swarm of bats appears and starts like batting at you and chewing you as you try to like get them out of the way. You take over the next like minute of them trying to like attack you. You take a total of 12 piercing damage. Nereus, you jump onto a third rope and nothing happens. Like you are perfectly good going down.
Nice.
And I need the last round of survival checks from Defect and Spoot.
17.
Cool. So, Spoot, you come to a ladder, and you descend this ladder a good, 15 feet without issue. And another 20 feet, 25 feet, 45 feet down, you're at the bottom of the ladder. Nothing happens. Nereus, you and Defect start descending the ladder because it was obviously safe. So you two begin coming down. And then you both hear a little click as you step on a rung, and you all hear and see a metal plate directly above this square shaft that you are climbing down open up in the ceiling. You look up and you see nothing. But then you feel something hit you and squeeze and slide over your bodies as you are both smashed over by a form of a gelatinous cube that has slid down this chute that you are currently in.
Ew.
Yeah, fun and exciting, right?
Am I stuck in it? Or are you just splished down?
So it is not like a sploosh, but it is a slow sliding. You feel it glooping around you, and for a moment you can't breathe as you're stuck on this ladder, and it like you can't move. It is sickening and gross in every way possible.
Just thinking about that said like, ugh.
Yeah.
No.
You both take 23 acid damage before the slime sloughs by you. And Spoot, you see this happen and see your friends being dissolved and get hit by it. So you splatter, so you move out of the way as it splatters to the ground. And just kind of splooges over the floor and then falls and drizzles into a grate at the bottom of the ladder.
Fascinating, says Spoot.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Wait, is Defect below me?
Uh,
Or is Defect above?
yeah.
I see.
Well, based on your rolls, you were below Defect. Defect was taking up the rear.
Okay. Spirit, I'm sorry. I think. Hold on. I might hurl.
I hold up Nearest hair.
Oh, thank you.
So you've keep on going. Meanwhile, back in the throne room, and many smashed objects later, and burned books and torn scrolls, we come to Grrrig. A goblin kind of rushes up next to your father and whispers something in his ear. And he looks at you. Well, Grrrig. Seems like your friends have somehow found their way here. Wonder how that happened.
You're gonna get your chance either way. Was any of this really necessary? This is really a bad idea. You could just let me go. Can you just let me go? That's gonna be a lot better for everyone. Can we just... Please. This is... Oh, no.
I think your friends should be here for this. Don't worry, they've only gotten a little banged up on the trip. Got hit by the ooze, though. One of the cubes got some of them.
That sounds about right.
Why don't we show in your friends?
And he kind of snaps his fingers, and half the goblins like scurry into these little holes in the wall. And we cut back to our friends here, kind of attempting to find their way and sneak along, and immediately a crowd of goblins appear around you all.
Can I say I heal myself after I get oozed?
Yeah.
Gonna give myself back 10 HP.
Yeah, you can do that. This crowd of 20 to 30 goblins just surrounds you all. And one of them kind of comes forward. All right. You're looking for the kid, right? Grrrig?
How is someone
Yeah.
finally gonna take us there instead of your guests being rudely trapped on the way in?
Yeah, we don't get many of those. But the boss has decreed that you should be brought forth. So, that's what you get.
Smart man. Smart man.
We'll see.
And so you are led through various warrens and loop-de-loops and turley holes until you come to this same chamber where you see Grrrig about 15 feet in front of a crudely built throne with a very large couple of goblins on the dais, one sitting on the throne with a box of stuff and scattered debris all around, and another big hulking goblin with a big old bone mace.
Well, well, well. You must be my little spawnling's friends.
Hi, guys.
Bornling's friends.
Told you
Interesting.
not to come.
Oh, miss out
Hi.
on the party you're throwing? Of course
Everything-
not.
Grrrig, are you okay?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Indeed,
Right,
we're
that
just
makes
having
you
a bit of a
An
family
awful response for
reunion.
you.
Seems to
Family
me
reunion.
like
The idiot is Shaq.
What'd you say?
The idiot is Shaq, and that's my dad. He's the boss.
Wait, Greg, which one's the idiot?
Come on, just look at him.
Hey, I'm not an idiot, Grrrig.
Yeah.
Oh, you look.
Alright.
Yeah, you're the idiot.
I'll show you an idiot.
And he kind of gets bristly and like looks like he's gonna like charge you. But the leaner goblin kind of puts a hand up.
Now, since you're friends of my kids here, it's really quite simple. We're having a family discussion about that.
And he points at Defect.
He's a he. I told you already.
That's not a that. That's very rude to treat your guests like that.
Again,
What do you want with me?
we want you to work for us. It's that simple. You've got quite a price on your head these days, Defect. So, work for us, you don't gotta worry about it no more. And we could always
If you
use
want
more
me.
muscle.
If you want me, come at me.
Now,
He-
defect.
I was gonna do this cool axe thing. I flipped my axe a little bit. Intimidate them.
You see the burly one looks at Grigg's father. And he's like,
Now, let's save the theatrics for something worthwhile. You've got lots of people looking for you, all for money. I'm offering you a way out of that. And bonus, don't have to turn in Grrrig here either, because they're worth just as much.
The funny thing, we've already solved the problem of defect being looked for. So I appreciate the concern out of your heart. I know you so dearly mean it. But we already have the means to solve all of our own problems. See, kids grow up and don't need their family anymore. That's just the natural way of things.
Family is the most important thing to a goblin. I don't know about human, but for goblins, it's all about clan. It's all about the group.
Yeah, I don't know about how family is for humans either. But
Oh, I guess that's on me. I shouldn't have assumed you were human just because you look human or that your family was human. You could have been
Yeah,
adopted,
yeah.
I guess.
We don't
you're
know.
very
what he
rude to your
is.
guests. You don't.
Again, you're not my guests.
Well, I feel like your guests since we had such a nice welcome party.
Oh, do you like the ooze? I can arrange more. I got plenty of cubes here.
I would say maybe after supper.
Yeah, listen, I mean, we could just
More
talk all
likely to
day.
be supper.
Oh no. We should
Can you
just...
can you just the dog is talking again? Can you just
You see that the larger, the bulkier goblin kind of like steps forward and is like 10 feet away from Grrrig right now. And you're all back a bit. Yeah. And like very threateningly, like you get the sense that like you can keep pushing. There are many goblins around you. Some appear to be, just kind of thugs. Some appear to be a little more capable, maybe, on a quick glance around.
Listen, really,
And there are holes
No.
in the walls everywhere. Like, it's very obvious that, like, these are probably not all that are here.
listen. Now you've all met. Can you just let us go? Because it's not gonna work with the convincing. I'm really stubborn. They're more stubborn. Let's just say nice reunion and we'll go.
Oh, Grrrig, is this where you get your hard-headedness from?
No. I mean, well, no? I don't get a lot of things from them.
Look, your friends come in here uninvited.
You wanted them to come here, Dad. This was your plan.
I
all
wanted one of them.
along. Ugh. Well, the thing about these ones is that they all stick together. They're the ones that are good at loyal.
The point is, you all want to leave after making a mess in my home without giving me anything. And that's an issue, Grrrig. Come on, kid. You know how this works.
Ah.
I don't like wasting my time.
Great. Here's 1,000 gold. We'll go.
Well, that'll let you go. Or your friend.
Ugh. Here's 1,000 gold. We'll go.
How much gold in total do you give him?
I'm not actually giving anything. I don't have any gold on me.
Yeah, I have the money.
I'm
Well-
saying we'll give you 1,000 gold. Just let us go.
Right, but both of you are worth 1,000 gold each.
So, how about this? And how far away from them am I?
You're kind of in the middle of the room between some stalagmites, so you're about 40-ish feet away. Like maybe 30 from Grrrig, 45 from the boss, the father.
Right. Hold on, I need to think of how much of an ass I want to make of myself.
Yes.
I feel like I could make things so much worse while trying to make them better. So Nereus is gonna walk forward a little bit and just be not like too far or threateningly, just like lightly on his feet. So, Dad, may I call you Dad? I feel like we're so close already.
It's Grask. You call me boss, Grask, or boss.
But Dad rolled off the tongue so much easier.
I'm not
okay,
your
boss.
That's better.
Sure, whatever makes you happy. I've already arranged for Defect to join back in the games, and with the skills and talent I've seen and he's acquired, and from the tales that I've heard of what he's done in the past in the Draco Lich that we slayed on the way to the city, I'm pretty sure he's going to do very well in the tournament. And from what I've heard, the pot can get very big. Everybody also loves a good underdog story. So there can be a big winning. Lots of money paid off. If you let us all go, we can enter this competition. Defect can wipe the floor with everybody in it. And he's not signed up for the fisticuffs because I've also heard stories about that. He's better with his axe. So we signed him up for the blue matches. Anyway, I digress. There's a lot of money to be had. And we can possibly, we can give you a down payment if Grrrig so desires. We can pay off the rest with the winnings from the tournament we're bound to get. You can also rig some of the matches yourself in your favor with your own winnings.
Make a persuasion check for me, Nereus. And Vet Michael, thanks for coming in from the Start Playing Games Discord. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you.
Persuasion.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Come on, dice. Yeah, 28.
Nice.
You seemed, even though you're being a bit of a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
you mentioned something that that you latch onto something that this individual likes. Money, because money equals power and power equals influence, and that's how you control things. So he scratches his chin and kind of wiggles his bulbous nose a little bit and kind of motions to his son Shek to step back a little bit, and he kind of grudgingly does so. So, you're in the games. And you're going to win. It's a guarantee is what you're telling me?
Guarantee to win, if
Yes.
not, at least get very far. I'm sure you can make your own wages on that, as well as
But what if you lose?
I won't.
you can bet on that as well. Don't you get money either way? Cover all your bases.
Well, it's about odds. If a loser enters the competition and loses, the odds aren't good.
Right, but if
But
you
if
bet
a
money on
loser
both
enters
sides-
in, no, because I would win way more if a loser wins than if a loser loses. Because
Okay.
calling an easy shot's not going to give you good odds.
That's fair. This isn't, math isn't my strong suit. I'm more of a people person. Math is that's what we need Grrrig around for.
Since you've given me some insider information here, and we're about out of things to smash, you've got a day. If that thing doesn't win in the arena, we will be coming for you.
That's totally understandable.
If
I also
it does win, sorry, he. If
That's
he
better.
does win, and we make an appropriate amount of gold off of it, we'll consider this family squabble dropped. But you shouldn't stay in town very long, either way.
totally understandable.
But if we win, we won't come after you. My word as a father.
Ugh.
Grrrig, say it with me. Thanks, Dad.
No, you're giving him exactly what he wants. He's just gonna get more.
Yes, but we will
Really,
all be
you
alive.
shouldn't follow us, because if you follow us, someone's gonna get mad, and then people will just end up dead. And it really we shouldn't do that.
Well, listen, Grrrig, if you're stuck here or dead, guess who you can't kill?
Mm.
That Bodo fella.
Ugh.
Uh,
Why don't we
I
just
do. I do have
can't we
some
just do
info.
our usual thing and leave?
No,
Ugh.
not everything can be
You don't
solved.
even know what our usual thing is. You're not the boss of me.
I have a feeling what your
I
usual
look
thing.
at Scoot.
You see Boss Grask looks to his son. Well, this sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Well-
And your brother just looks at him like, I don't get it.
Hush, hush. The adults are talking now. And I look at the brother.
Yeah.
I also might have some fun information that you can play with at your own digression.
Give it a shot.
There's supposedly a robbery that's going to go down in the arena the night after the games during the revelry. I don't really know what they're going to try to steal, but someone's after something to hire someone to make some magical doorways into the arena. Something must be valuable in there.
Well, there's lots of valuables in the arena, but you can't get in. I've been trying for years. It's the one place in town I can't get into.
Right. But the night after the games, someone's opening a doorway.
Where?
I don't know. I wasn't able to get that much. I just know that someone's breaking in, magically.
Who would try such a thing?
As far as I've heard, several factions, possibly. There's these people with black tattoos on their hands. Possibly cultists. Possibly, Spoot. What were those people from the other city?
No.
The ones you're hunting down.
Mm,
Red Crow.
crows?
What did you say it was, Grrrig?
I'm not answering. That was Amber helping Matt.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure
The Red Crows.
Spoon wants to answer.
I'm getting us out of a sticky situation.
I think we were already out.
Not totally out of the woods.
Oh, Spoon doesn't remember.
I don't know, it's something with a bird. I don't know, I just know there's possibly multiple people trying to steal this item. Someone's magically breaking in. You seem to, have a lot of, folks in here who can find out something for you, so I'm sure you can make some use of that.
I have influence and eyes everywhere, it's true. You can make an insight check, Nereus.
Fuck that.
Since you are
18.
talking to him. Cool.
Hey.
With an 18, you deduce that he's very interested in a variety of things that you've said. He has also given just a slight hint that he might be familiar with a couple of the groups you're talking about.
Well, I suppose maybe that satiates you for now, and we can all return home with limbs attached, somewhat gelatinous cubed.
Sure, kid. He gets up from his throne and kind of walks down and stands next to Grrrig, who probably doesn't turn around to look at their father, I'm assuming.
Nope.
And while you're in town, I'll make sure that some of my eyes are keeping a close watch on my beloved child. Isn't that right, Grriggy? Hey, kid?
Glare.
That's right. You'll be
Shuffle.
perfectly safe in Winton as long as I'm keeping an eye on you. Just like always. Good luck in your fight, Defect. Hope you win. If you don't, it's gonna get pretty messy.
Sure, we'll
It's like
come
it'll
out
be
of this.
messy either way.
Sure, this will be profitable either way for you, at least.
That's the thing. When I win, and I always win.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna win off of this one. But,
Let's all hope so, huh?
Yes. Now, I hate to be that guy. Can we head topside? I'm a little claustrophobic.
Good to know. And he motions over towards one of the goblins, who immediately like steps up and like calls the group together, and they just kind of like all swarm you and start pushing you out. And he keeps his hand on Grrig's shoulder for a moment, and just kind of looks down at them. Smiles, kind of pats your head a little bit, Grrrig, and then turns you in the direction of your friends and scooches you along. Go have fun with your friends, kid, while you can. Show 'em all the sights.
Grrrig shuffles away.
And you are swept up in the crowd. You are all taken through a variety of twisting tunnels and turns. The non-goblins can make a survival check to see if you have any chance of remembering the direction you are taken. It's a DC 18 survival check. So
Hey.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. They're being handsy.
they are. But Spoot, with an 18, you just barely managed to think you might be able to find your way back.
See you
Cool.
guys up there.
Yeah. About 30 minutes or so later, you are taken from an area of the sewer and shoved up a sewer grate and popped out of it, and then a goblin slams the grate closed. And you are up topside again.
I cannot believe that you talked to him. I can't believe you gave him what he wanted. What were you thinking? We should have just fought our way out, and then he would be dead, and it would be fine. Not that I want him dead, but I do want him dead. Not that I want to kill him, but no. I can't believe you just played into his hands like that. He's gonna follow us no matter what. Either way, what were you thinking? You don't even know me. Why were you talking about all that stuff in front of me as if you were going to save me? That's not how it works. Etc. The most words Grrrig has ever
What?
said.
Once Grrrig tries to like breathe, just like, are you finished?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to walk away. You can come find me when you'd like to thank me and
I cannot
apologize.
believe that you think you fixed this.
I walked
This is
away.
getting worse. Grig's just like throwing their hands in the air. Ah!
Hey,
We're gonna
Defect,
just
can
have
I
to kill him
clean
now.
you?
We're gonna have to kill him now. I can't believe we're gonna have to kill him now. I can't believe that he did that. I can't believe that he did that. Damn it.
I'm sorry, what was that you said?
I was gonna say you smell. Can I clean you?
Oh,
Your poison has worn off by this point, by the way, Defect.
at this point, okay. Defect will just shrug. He feels a little bit bad because this whole time he felt like he was going to go in, axe blazing, cutting his way through, and it was just like a negotiation deal. And I was like, well, I felt useless, and that was my best friend, and I didn't do anything or say anything. So,
Can I read
the
this
best
off
I could
you?
do was be stinky, and that was it.
It helped with the intimidating.
Are you just saying that?
Apparently, yes, because I rolled a 10 on insight. Defect, you're gonna have to get some rest and buck up for tomorrow for your games.
We should probably
Cause
just go. We should really just go.
we still need to wait for the magic-y guy to destroy the phylactery. Although if we leave it with him, will he just destroy it on his own accord eventually?
Ugh, right. We have to deal with that. I knew this was a bad idea. It's all a bad idea.
Oh, everything's a bad idea. But, Defect, you and Grigg's lives are riding on the line of your winning? I don't know about me, Spoot and Olive. Probably something still bad will happen.
No, it's fine. If we just leave now, it'll be fine. We know
Grrrig?
what to do when we've left.
We're not leaving right
We'll try
away.
to go to another way.
You want to take away the games from Defect?
I'm sorry, Greg, but I still think we came back here because it's part of my destiny. The path we tried to avoid brought us back here.
And think of all the pockets you can pick while in the stands.
That's not helping. Grrrig stomps away.
Okay. You see them stomp away down an alley or down a street corner.
Defect, while we're walking, I'm making you smell like pine sol. Aren't you part wood?
Yeah, which makes it funnier. So.
You're pine sol.
Yeah, thanks.
Glorious. So, where are you all heading to? You don't have to do anything. You can do anything you want.
What time is it?
It's around noon by all the time these shenanigans have round up. Your next big thing seems to be the arena tomorrow, unless you have something else you would like to accomplish. Although you don't technically have rooms for the night anywhere either.
Oh, Greg, I suppose you want this back. Give Greg the bag.
Grrrig just stopped. Just gone. Like off
Oh.
of you. Is not listening.
Defect, you're Greg's friend. They don't seem to be too happy with me trying to help them. Here's the bag. Do you want to go talk to them?
I'll take the bag, and I'll say to Nereus, Greg needs time.
I'm sure, but they probably might need their best friend. I'm gonna go get drunk at the Polished Mug, if anybody needs me.
So Nereus heads off that direction. Where are you all going to reconvene after the fact? Or are you?
I assume back at the Black Pearl.
Yeah.
It's like the safest place we have right now. And I'll apologize to the captain later.
Okay.
Grrrig might make their way there eventually.
Okay. Olive kind of hangs out with Spoot, with whatever Spoot is doing. Although, no, she'd probably go drinking with Nereus, so... She might head back to the Polished Mug. That's more her scene. So you head that way. Spoot, what are you up to?
Just going for a walk, thinking, meditating.
All right. Eventually, you all end up back at the Polished Mug. Captain Spark is a little perturbed that you violated the sanctity of her establishment after she went out of her way to help you, Nereus.
I'm back there already?
We're just fast forwarding a little bit, unless there was anything specific you wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to Prank.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I was trying to.
Yeah. Just make a perception check. See if you notice him.
Nope. 1.
Oof. Prank does not seem to be here today.
Alright, well. Fuck. Alright, I guess I go back to the Black Pearl.
Yeah, so you wind up back there, and again, Spark is very perturbed about your violation of the sanctity of her space.
Captain, would you like to talk?
I think we better, Lovey.
Your office?
Indeed.
All right.
Uh,
Guys, I'll be back.
yeah. So you're shown in there, and Balthazar is with her, which is as usual. See, Lovey, I told you. Protection and safety is guaranteed here at the Black Pearl. By attacking that goblin, not only did you violate that, but you violated my network of trusted informants and influence. And that's much more costly than 10 gold pieces, Lovey.
I know. I'm
Not to
very
mention the emotional and personal pain I feel at having my trust violated in so violent a manner, really.
a bit of home came out in me. I'm a bit sorry. You know, when someone messes with your crew, how it can get.
Oh, I understand, Lovey, but rules are rules, and there are rules in my establishment, and you have broken them.
Is there anything I can do to start making reparations? I don't wish to spend more of their money. If there's something else I can do it.
Well, that depends on what skills you have, Lovey.
So you see, I'm a bit of a smooth talker. I might have just talked our way out of the grubby grabs. We are surrounded by them. We got into their secret base. That was fun.
Did you now?
We did.
Why don't you tell me all about that for starters, and we'll see where we get to, Lovey.
Okay.
Cool. So you share all of that with her, I assume?
Yeah, I'll just give her the rundown of most of what happened.
Cool. You see that she just kind of watches you. You see Balthazar take a few notes as things are going down, but she just watches you and asks you very pointed questions at times.
Nereus is also kind of paces the room as he's doing it, and is a bit more animated in his speaking, gestury.
Mm-hmm. Very cool, very cool. You get to the end of your tale. What do you leave out, just out of curiosity?
I mean, at the moment, just the theft that might be occurring in the arena as of right now. Just the bit more of detail that we had that Pastel didn't have.
Okay, cool. Well, lovely. Certainly would be worthwhile if your friend actually gets to compete in the competition. Though, to be frank, haven't seen him on the list yet.
I talked to somebody who works at the arena, and they said they were going to get somebody to be sick.
Did you now? How
Yes?
interesting. Who'd you talk to there, love?
Ah, fuck. I didn't write down her name. Did I write down her name?
Cressa.
Tessa?
Cressa?
Cressa, yep.
I spoke to a Cressa. She was sitting at a desk by the arena. Right outside the doors.
You didn't go in?
A defect told me I didn't need to.
Oh, lovely.
I'm not good at this town.
Lovey, nothing happens outside in the street. If you want real dealings, you gotta go inside closed doors, Lovey.
I suppose I should go do that right now.
You can certainly try.
Alright. Do you know a specific name of somebody I should go talk to about this? That way we can get this settled, and then Everybody can rig the match payouts for themselves.
Normally such a thing would be a favour owed, but you already owe me quite a few, Lavi. So, as this is in my financial interest as well, you want to talk to Pog.
Okay. Alright.
And make
I'll
sure
be
you
back.
drop my name to them, eh?
Will do.
Alright, Lavi.
Should I leave Defect's name out of it and just say an underdog?
Oh no, I think you should put your friend's name into it. People love to put money on seeing someone get trounced, because then they start betting on what sort of way you'll be defeated.
Oh. I wouldn't bet on him being trounced.
Well, that's the whole point of this, isn't it, Lovey?
It is. That's true. Alright, I'll be back. And then Nearest is just going to kind of walk dejected out the doors and head towards the arena.
Very cool. Meanwhile, we're going to check in on Grrrig. So, Grrrig, what are you up to in this time period?
So stomping silently. Imagine sulking, but also angry, not quite sulking. Basically just wandering past that magic store and past places where those memories would have been, like alleys and nooks and things, and then not really paying attention if anyone is behind, not trying to lose anyone, just going, sort of like without paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then ending up at, like, I like to imagine their favorite nook where they used to watch the wizard tower, which we've already learned Grrrig liked to watch the wizard tower. Never saw anyone go in before.
Yeah.
Or the door answered. So back into that hidey hole and just sitting there, looking at the door, but not really looking at the door. There's like a slight twitch, but otherwise, like in their left eye, but otherwise,
You should
like
get that
they're
looked at.
perfectly still,
Yeah.
just like zoned out with this scowl on their face.
Yeah, and you watch as people walk by from your little hidey nook. People walking by the Marilot Towers, this triple wizard structure, and you see them all kind of giving it a wide berth, but none of them approach that door, and you know what's beyond that door now, or at least partially. But you just had a hell of a morning. And you don't see anything, but you know there's eyes on you.
Yep.
So then we'll go to Defect. What do you do as Grrrig kind of stomps off?
Defect, feeling that he has failed, and again, like he has thought that he would axe his way through everything and kick down doors and save the day, but turns out it was just a negotiation. Feels he didn't stand up to the level that he thought he should be for Grrrig, even for the rest of the party. He's going to wander off in a different direction from Grrrig, kind of giving them some space, and head towards the arena, and maybe just sort of, I don't know how much access he can get, but just kind of like walk through maybe the stands of the arena and just take it all in and kind of mentally prepare himself.
Cool. So you head that way. Are you like keeping to the main roads? Are you taking side streets, or what are you doing?
He'll take side streets.
Cool. And are you using your hat of disguise?
Yeah, and yes, disguise is back up because he doesn't want any more hassle or trouble from any other bounty hunters.
All right. So yeah, so you easily kind of make your way towards there. You get to the doors of the arena, and they ask if you have like business or if you're just a looky-loo.
Just looking.
Then come back tomorrow and pay for your seat.
Right. Would I know if there's like a practice space where all the fighters would go, where I can watch as well, or no?
There's one within the pit, within the arena's pit, like in an underground level, but it's not public
But
access.
nah. Got it. All right, so Defect will just kind of sigh and just walk back a couple feet and maybe find a barrel to sit down at and just kind of look at the building.
Make a perception check.
And okay.
Yeah.
Perception.
And because you're kind of just looking around, you can do this at advantage because you're not like tweaking on it. So what'd you get?
So I guess best was an 11.
Okay. As you look around, you're thinking about all this stuff, all these emotions, which your strength comes from emotion. So, like, it's a big deal for you. You kind of look up at the architecture of this arena that's been restored and remade, and you look around to the buildings around the outside, and there's a couple buildings that, like, if you climbed up to the roof of, like, you'd be able to see into the arena probably.
Defect will think that's a great idea. Let's climb up to the rooftops.
Cool. So we're gonna say that there's like an alley that you can like go around and like try to climb up the side of a building.
Okay.
Just make one athletics check for me. As you attempt to climb this structure.
24.
Yeah, no problem. You are able to scale up. The buildings, like there are bricks that are sticking out. Like it's very like, again, the pirate town in Hook is like what this area looks like. So a lot of bars and wood and stone jutting out. Very easy handholds. So up you climb. You get up to the roof. And it's a fairly flat, level roof. All the other ones are pitched. You found one that's like a flat structure. And you look out and you can see into the center of the arena. You see there's a couple people like cleaning stands, a couple people like putting fresh sand out. But yeah, you have a perfect, clear view of the arena. And it strikes you at this moment, it's probably about 300 feet from here to there. And there's no obstructions. Like any other roof, as you look around, like you couldn't get this view. Like it's a perfect view for the center of the arena. You can even see the archway with the gate that rolls up to let fighters into the sands.
Okay. I think I'm
Okay.
picking up what you're putting down.
I'm not putting down anything. I'm just telling you what you see.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Right. Clear visibility, middle of the arena.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's what you see. And you kind of watch or do whatever you would like to do at that point.
Yeah, I'll watch it, kind of, again, mentally prepare myself, maybe every now and then get flashbacks to the last time I was in this arena.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as you're ruminating on that, we're going to check in with Spoot. What are you up to, Mr. Turtle?
Spoot's off, moping about. Trying to be meditative as usual, but also as usual, feeling a bit guilty. Can't help but think that he's gotten everyone into this mess, and the mess seems to get a little deeper every time, every day we stay here. And I don't know. I think he would just be wandering around, not really realizing that he's wandered off from everyone. But I also think, funny enough, his attention's gonna also go back to that wizard tower because of that being the whole reason he brought everyone here in the first place, and that we're waiting on hopefully this dragon soul to be destroyed. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised if he ended back up in that general vicinity.
Cool. As you walk and you get kind of in the area, you can take a seat on like a pylon or something and kind of stare up at the tower. As you do so, you hear something like when you remember a memory or like a proverb that has weight upon you. And it just kind of comes to you, and you say it in your own voice. Not every road and every path is clear and easy or free of obstacles. Navigating them is part of the journey. And you swear you see or feel a silver-skinned hand touch your shoulder just ever so briefly as you remember this, or this comes to your mind.
I look around, even though I don't think I'll see anything.
Yeah, you look around and there's no person around you. There's people like walking by and going about their day, but nobody paying you explicit attention.
I think I'll just put a hand on my focus and, return to prayer. Maybe pondering a bit and realizing that maybe I feel like I haven't, really touched base, I guess, with my god recently, and thinking back at that day in the market, our little spat. Yeah, I don't know. Just thinking lots of things, I guess.
Okay. You're ruminating on that. Nereus, you get to the arena. And the guards to the entryway stop you and ask you, business or looky-loo?
Business.
All right, who are you here to see?
I'm here to see Pog.
They look at each other. All right, one moment.
Tell them it's on the behest of Lady Spark Yarrow.
The guard raises his eyebrow. Okay. And walks away. About 5 minutes later, this lumbering, kind of like half limping, as though from an injury, perhaps, or maybe he was born that way. This very tall, very like, was once dense muscle has now kind of gone to pot and become a little softer. Full-blooded orc shows up. Says, "You're here from Spark?"
Somewhat. She...
Well, you'd best come in.
Oh, okay.
And he brings you down some hallways into a little office and points at an empty seat for you to sit in, while he sits in a chair that he mostly fits in behind a desk that is almost comical. It's piled high with parchments and various other officious looking stuff, but it's sized a bit small for him. It's like sitting at a kiddie desk almost.
That's cute.
So, what is your business on Spark's behalf?
I'm just so sad I wasted my natural 20 on someone that doesn't even matter on. Um, I have somebody who would like to be entered into the arena for the matches tomorrow, specifically the blue matches.
Well, we're very full. It's a big day.
I know it's probably too late. You're probably booked solid. However, I feel like a lot of people might come out to see said individual.
Why?
It's someone who went missing a number of months ago. Years? Was it months or years?
Many months.
Many months. Someone who made a dramatic exit many months ago.
Okay, who are you talking about?
Everybody's favorite. Everybody refers to him as a construct. Defect?
The defect.
Yes.
However,
it could be a fun time because
a
Defect
comeback
has got-
story, yes. Comeback stories.
he's also
They
become
are
quite skilled, might I say.
okay. The roar of the crowd with a comeback story, though, that could be interesting.
Yeah. And what could everything happen? Say if he were to make it far. Say if he were to win.
I guess.
Probably slim chances, but
I suppose it's Yes, I suppose it's possible. But I don't care about that. So, let's see what we can do. And he starts grabbing parchments, and you notice, Nereus, that like his eyes dart over the pages extremely quickly. And like almost before you can even like take in that he's like reading a page, he's moving on to another one. It's like rapid fire with reading in this individual. He's just reading through it.
is there a chair?
Yeah, you're sitting in a chair. He showed you a chair.
Okay. Thought I was standing.
No. You're sitting. He offered you a chair. You just watch, and a few minutes later, he comes, pokes his head up. There is precedent on replacing a fighter with an exhibition match.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that as a blue with a lottery opponent. We'd have to bump a match, which can be done if the bumpy is compensated appropriately by the exhibitioner.
Okay.
Standard rate for potential lost earnings is accepted at 35 gold pieces, paid to each match opponent.
So every match Defect goes into that we bump this person from, we have to pay 35 gold?
No. This exhibition match would replace one bout.
Mm-hmm.
He would not be moving up in any sort of bracket. That's not how this is working. It would be a one-off show. His opponent would be determined by lottery.
Mm-hmm.
To find the space in a very busy day, we'd have to bump to other people who would fight or compete. And each of those people would get 35 gold pieces each, paid for by the exhibitioner.
Okay. So, say
A
defect.
loan could be set up from the arena by putting against potential earnings, but if the exhibitioner fails to succeed or make money, they are still liable to the arena.
Okay, that's fair. So, one, there is money to be earned. Two, say he does incredibly well and the crowd wants more. Does that happen? Sorry, I'm not familiar with these kinds of games.
If he does well, he could be invited to a match on another day, or if another fighter is convinced to give up their spot to such a person, that is acceptable too.
Okay, I think we can work with that. Now, I don't have the funds on me at the moment. Would we be able to come with it tomorrow?
Yes. The fun, I will ask a few potential people if they would be willing to make this arrangement. Be here at dawn.
Sounds good. Just let me know then, how much we're supposed to be paying.
The entry fee is 4 gold for the competitors, and the 2 people displaced would each be 35 gold. That's a total of 74 gold pieces.
Alright, I'll give him the 4 gold, because that's all I really have at this point for the entry fee.
This will be returned if no one is willing to take the exhibition off.
Sounds good. We will see you at dawn. Last question. Have you heard of someone named Cressa?
I do not know that name.
Okay, she was at a desk outside your arena the other day. I have a bone to pick with her. But, alright, well, I appreciate it. We will see you at dawn.
Very well.
Reach my hand out to shake it and see if he shakes it.
Yeah, he puts his hand out and easily grasps yours and shakes it vigorously. He picks up a few more pieces of paper, quickly scans them, and very quickly pulls out a quill and jots down a few notes without even looking.
Mhm.
And then stands up and shows you back out.
Now you're actually in the game. Your natural one only cost us 100 gold.
I mean, compared to everything else we spent in this town, that's cheap.
So bad.
So,
At least
you return.
I got us out of the 400 gold that she wanted originally.
Right.
Yeah.
I leave y'all alone for 5 minutes and you spend all of our money.
Basically, yes, this is what happened exactly.
This is
Not
why
that
you.
know the money exists.
Well, we don't know about Grig's private funds though.
I should never have told you. Well, there's plenty of those.
So you are shown out. You can return to the Black Pearl and inform Spark that you were successful.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I think everybody heads back towards the Black Pearl, because that was the last time you all saw one another. You are allowed to stay there again, but it will cost you 5 gold for the room for the night.
Yep. I pay for me and Defect's room.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, do you think you can spot me some gold?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll pay for your room, Nereus.
Thank you.
If there's one thing Grrrig is, it's petty.
I can tell.
There's one thing that Spoot is about to be as poor as Nereus.
Y'all gotta get with it.
They didn't secretly hoard the treasure trove of the Red Crows.
I also didn't get anything
Secretly hoard it.
from my absence, which apparently was substantial.
I mean, a lot of that's in Fey Harbor, though. We didn't carry most of it.
Yeah, and the only person who
Nope.
could get back there really quickly hasn't attempted to open a portal yet.
Yeah.
Nor is she here tonight. So.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Amber. Nereus can play games too.
Ugh, it's fine. I can
The
tell.
pettiness is gonna be great.
Oh,
Oh
man.
God, I'm gonna have to be a kindergarten teacher. It's great.
Yep.
I
Um,
think there might be a little. The pettiness might be a little deserved here, though.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to accomplish in the evening?
Nothing
The
to
bath.
accomplish, but when it's bedtime, wherever Defect decides to, whatever, shut down, Grrrig is going to do, like, curl up in a little ball next to them.
Okay.
Like, with their, like, shoulder touching. Or, like, their foot, just, like, barely checking in. Not acknowledging. No mushy stuff. Just nearness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
No mushy.
We've got a very emotionally mature goblin on our hands.
Indeed. So.
I love it.
It's glorious. It's glorious. You all get in a long rest. Any damage you took is gone. Spell slots, all the stuff. And you awaken pre-dawn. Near's having told everyone, I'm sure, about the new arrangements to be made. And you head out towards the arena in the pre-dawn light of Winton. And we'll find out what happens next week here on Nuuli Forged. Great job, everyone. Like, there was some heavy stuff tonight, especially for Grrrig.
I just wanted to fireball
Family
them all.
drama.
I'm sorry.
That was an option. You chose not
I
to.
know. Well, I was like, okay. Yeah.
I will
don't
say,
know.
you would know, Grrrig, that your dad is tough, and so is your
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah. That's why I made the wisdom check. Like, and I made it if I roll over a 10, I'm not going to be a total idiot.
Fair,
So I
fair.
rolled over a 10. It was like, yeah. Anyway, I'm bad at setting DCs, but also I knew that it had to be.
It was pretty low.
Yeah.
I did want to kill the pet dog, though.
Check is a dick.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
an
don't.
older brother.
I feel like he's very stupid, and if we get out of this by winning, he's still gonna try something dumb, and we'll still get a chance.
It's guaranteed that he's gonna try something or blackmail us for the rest of our lives, y'all. Anyway.
Yep. Anyway,
Screw.
thank you all very much for joining us this evening. Thank you to Ives Got It for being the best mod and always being around. And congratulations, I've Got It, on your completion of grad school. So,
Nice.
congrats. Good job there.
Ah,
And thank you, Vet Michael, for coming in and saying hello. We hope you had a good time. We hope you come back again. We'd love to have you in the Nuuli Forged. Be a Nuuli Forger. Join us. Go for it. Can't hurt. We're going to go around. We're going to say our goodbyes. A quick note. Next week's stream will be on a little late in the 7:30 to 7:45 range is when we'll probably start. because real life requires travel from work on occasion. So we'll be a little late starting next week. And then the next 2 weeks after that, we will actually be taking off. So we will have a late game on the 11th. But on the 18th and the 25th, there will be no Nuuli Forged. But we'll be back after that. So we'll be back. But that is the schedule for the next couple of weeks. We're going to go around. We're going to say our goodbyes, plug anything you want to plug, and I'll figure out who we're going to raid tonight. Go ahead. Take us away, Spoot.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I have been Matt playing Spoot, and nothing to say tonight except I'm going to go get some sleep here soon and hope everyone rest well. See you next week. Yeah, next week.
Yeah. And hopping on down to Nereus.
I'm Tanner. I've been playing Nereus, the pain in the ass sorcerer, and we'll see you all next week.
Excellent. Moving over to Grrrig.
That's me. I'm Amber. I've been playing Grrrig. And, well, let's do the social media. Nuuli Forged is located on Twitter still?
Mm-hmm.
And Facebook and Instagram and YouTube at Nuuli Forged, Nuuli Forged, the way you normally spell it. And our episodes come out on the following Mondays on YouTube for up to date, and the archives are available there, ?
Yes, they are.
Yay! Like, subscribe, share, follow, all of the things with the clicking. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And up to the top, we got the defect.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you guys for coming in and watching us. I've been Mike playing Defect. Check us out next week for, I guess, the big showdown. Big character development for lots of people. And may the 4th be with you.
There it is.
Also, reference there.
There it is. And I have been Jared. Thank you for being with us. I've been your humble dungeon master. Very happy to be here. We're going to raid Total Party Chill. But hey, if you like Matt and I's voices for some reason, you can check out our podcast, Mid-Level Adventurers, episode 22 of season 1. Debuted today on YouTube. So you can check that out. All of season 1 is available on all the big podcasting platforms. And season 2 is coming. We've recorded an episode and we've got more coming with some special guests perhaps in some episodes. So we'll see you all around next time. So give some love to Total Party Chill. Let them know they've been newly rated. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Jay! May the
Please.
4th.
Bye.